You are dead. You are a ghost. Just like in the game, you have no more significance on the live people. But just like in the game, after the emergency meeting is called, well, this is a little different than the game. Let me back up. Okay, so you die, you get stunned, I mean. You're laying on the ground, you don't say a word, you just have to sit there. You cannot wave to your friends who might not see you and call attention to yourself. You sit there like a rock. And that is gonna be the hardest part for some of you, I know. But I'm asking you to try your hardest, okay? Because it will really help the game go well. Now, let's say Juniper's going to do a task and she sees a dead body. She has to call an emergency meeting. She cannot yell emergency meeting. She has to make it back to headquarters. You wanna hold it? And hold your ear. Oh wait, do you want me to have someone else hold it?
Go ahead.
You must make it back to headquarters and loudly ring this bell. If while we are playing, you hear that bell rung, no matter what you are doing, even if you're 1 cup away from building a tower, you know in the game when emergency meeting's called, you are dragged out of the game and into the meeting. So it's like yo on steroids. Because some of you, and I just talked to a couple of them today, and at least in 5th grade, when we yo, there's still about 5 more shots in soccer, and I'm getting kind of sick of that, to be honest. In this game, you cannot do anything else. You must pause and get to the headquarters. Because we need to have a meeting. Dead body, you can't be at that meeting at all. You can't be there, you can't be present, and the reason is, some of you do not know how to lie, or give hints, or to do little finger points at who the killer was. So I don't want you there at all. You're gonna go find Carol. Carol will be, or whoever the other trip leader is, I think it's gonna be Carol, right? We think it's gonna be Carol. You're gonna go with Carol, which is a little bit away from where we are, while the rest of the group discusses who they think the imposter was that killed that person. Then there will be a secret vote. You will vote. Someone will be voted out. It may or may not be the imposter. You will, oh, I forgot this part. When we start the game, you're going to be given a color of duct tape, and you're going to put it around your arm. You will not refer to each other by first and last names. You will refer to each other by the color of your duct tape. And you will have a conversation about it. Then the game will continue after the vote. If there's not one clear person voted out, no one's voted out, and the game continues and everybody keeps playing. If, okay, after the game continues, dead people can continue to do tasks as a ghost, but they cannot talk to anybody else. So again, this is a place I'm worried about, to be honest with you, because it'd be real easy to be alone with my buddy Jonah, and I'm a ghost and he's not, and me to tell him, hey, Akoi is the imposter, she killed me. That would kind of stink for everyone else, because ghosts aren't allowed to talk in the game or communicate with the living players, even though they know who the imposters are. So ghosts, you have to remain silent, but you can keep doing tasks. I gotta figure out a way to identify. I'm thinking a handkerchief, actually, is the best way. We'll tie a handkerchief onto dead people so that you know who the dead, you can be clear, like, oh wait, that's a ghost. They're doing tasks, that's good. They can't be the imposter.
Or you just rip
No, because then I'd have to put it back on. And then I'm just going through duct tape. Hold on, I'm not on the question phase yet. There's something else I wanted to say. Drats. Okay, I guess we are into the question phase. Sorry, this is a lot to remember. Akoi. Loudly. How many what? Rounds? I don't know. You'll be the first people ever to play this. Beanie.
For the two-person tasks, can ghosts still do tasks with the living person?
Yes. Our question was, can ghosts do two-person tasks with living person?
They cannot talk.
Yes. Yeah, they cannot talk. You can talk in terms of the living person can tell the ghost, hey, you do this, but ghosts, you can't talk.
Or communicate information. So if the living person said, is Siraj the imposter, the ghost cannot
Nod their head.
Right? So no communication, ghosts, okay?
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, this game only works. The computer makes this happen in real life. The only way this works in real life, playing this version, is honesty. And people playing by the rules. Because you're not gonna win a prize if you win. And you're not gonna get kicked out of school if you lose. It's just for fun. So if you cheat, you're ruining the whole point of the game, which is fun. Sraj. Yeah, so I got it, thanks. So Siraj's question was, can someone call an emergency meeting without a dead body? Right now, I'm thinking yes with a but. Everybody gets one. And only one. Because I was also thinking with the location we're using, you could actually be on either side of the creek. So you could actually be on one side of the creek and it would almost like being in security and looking through the cameras. And you might see across the creek, the imposter stun someone else and you saw them do it, but luckily the imposter can't get you because they're on the other side of the creek. There will be no kill cooldown, okay? Unless this turns into a game of chase. If I see the game turning into a game of tag, then I'm putting a cooldown on it. And if you don't know what that means, ask a friend at recess. I'm running out of battery, you guys. We got to go quick. Slam. Can you self-report? We'll talk about that later. Sammy. Ghosts can talk to ghosts. And what that would look like, so in the game, ghosts are able to chat and communicate. But that would mean, like, if there was a two-person task and me and Sammy were both ghosts, we could go, hey, you want to go do oxygen together? And then we could go do oxygen together because we're both ghosts and none of you can hear us. Katie.
What are the groups for playing the game?
Cohorts. So we have to play, the cohorts have to play together. So A will play together, B will play together, and fourth grade will play together. Katie again.
What will you do when you're not playing the game?
We'll talk about that later. Slam.
What if you're doing a task but there's another cohort?
Cohorts will be playing at different times. There will be 3 rotations. This is one of the 3 rotations. This one is just the only one that takes an hour to explain. Zora. Can ghosts what? What? Imposters cannot vent. Not yet. I thought about some ideas for that. It's just too complicated right now. Any other questions? I am sure of a couple of things. I am sure we're going to play this game. I am sure we're going to try our best. I'm sure we're going to run into some problems. And we may discuss them that day. We may not have time. But I know that I'm going to appreciate your feedback whenever I do take it. Because you can see these boxes, just so you know, these boxes are all like $50 to $200 a piece. I got them all for free because some company was going out of business and threw them away. So I went dumpster diving. But I'm going to keep this game set up forevers. And so we can keep adding it, changing it, adapting it, and making it better and better, because these cases are the perfect thing for this game since they're waterproof and breakable, unbreakable, they keep dirt out. So your feedback will really help us improve this game. Maybe we play another time this year, or 2, or 3, or maybe Carol and I use it for the next 10 years. but we'll need your feedback because you will be the first people ever to play. And I have no idea how it's gonna look in real life. All right, so, everybody excited?
Yeah!
All right, wave goodbye to the homies in 4th grade.